Hey guys, so we have a brand new week with some new goodies here in Street Fighter Duel. Sorry I missed the last couple of weeks. There were some good things the last couple of weeks. I just happened to miss them because I had other stuff I had to do on the launch day, so I kind of decided not to post the videos. So right away, the first thing we know is that we're getting the Vega and Cammy. Now I didn't even realize that was Cammy at first, but yeah, it's Vega and Cammy. So this is going to be an interesting unit where you can actually switch between the two characters. And actually, I ended up missing a day for the first time ever this week. So I'm actually a day late on this, but it's good to know that I can still claim it even though I kind of missed a day there. So thankfully, I didn't miss out on that. So if we kind of take a look here a little bit at this unit, you can see that the super, it allows you to switch between the two characters. So I think that's pretty interesting. And then the passive kind of depends on on which character you are using. So that makes it a little bit interesting, and it makes it a little bit harder to use the character, in my opinion. Not necessarily harder, but you kind of have to think about what you're doing, and you got to pay attention to when you're using them in the combo. So sort of the theme that I'm seeing here is some flame stuff and some armor break, so and some bleed. So with the bleed, I believe that means you can use them with the regular Vega. Use them, I should say, with the regular Vega. When it comes to flame, there's a lot of good units that have flame. So like Sea Viper, Fashion Blanca, Dawson, think along those lines. And so in terms of that, you can use them together. Um, I don't think he has burn necessarily, or does he? He does have burn. Okay, so that actually does help a lot. So definitely some things to think about there. And then armor break makes it so that you can use them with Tanuki Whirl, Cammy, and Chung Li. I think both utilize armor break. So I think that is pretty interesting. Uh, the only other thing I would pay attention to is that he has a combo 2 and combo 3. So if you're going to use them with Cammy or Chung Li, they won't necessarily, like, you're going to need someone for the combo 1. So yeah, Fashion Blanca would be pretty okay for that. That's kind of what I tend to try to pay attention to, because that's kind of the thing. Like, if there's a lot of overlap with which combos they're using, then it's a little harder to use each character as a team cohesively. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Okay, so basically with the burn and armor break, you can there's more of a chance of adding a burn. Lifesteal rate 15 for 12 seconds. That's pretty good. Armor break, burn or bleed. Damage increases, increased damage. So basically, he does more damage based on all these status effects, which are actually pretty good status effects because they inherently already do more damage. So if we take a look at the gallery view, I think that might be a little bit better to view it from there. If I could find him. I can't find him. Oh right, I forgot they're sorted by... I didn't even check his typing, to be honest. Let's go ahead and double check that. So Flame, and this guy's Flame. I keep saying him, but it's them, really. So let's go back to the to the gallery so that we can actually check their car stuff. Okay, so right here. So then there's Soul Power as well. This is basically just going to be a bunch of stats, effect accuracy, effect accuracy. So yeah, that definitely helps. So car wise, after switching characters, the next super combo list will not consume the super combo gauge. It's only triggered once per battle. Okay, so I think you can. I was kind of messing around in the trial, and I think you can see that in the trial. Again, switching between the characters and sort of managing your other characters' combos and all that stuff. It's a little tricky to juggle all that stuff, so you kind of have to pay attention. The effect can be triggered once per battle by Vega and Cammy. respectively. Okay, so essentially that sounds like you're getting 2 uses of that first one. Once you get to 6 cars, and you have to trigger it either by Cammy or by Vega, but not the same person twice. Okay, so Adon here, it seems like he works with burns and flame damage. 50% chance to place a burn stack. That's a pretty good chance. So again, you would want to team him up with like Sea Viper, Dawson, Fashion Blanca, anyone that has a burn. They will definitely help each other out. Again, he's combo 2 and 3, so Fashion Blanca definitely has a combo 1. Cammy is 2 and 3. Sea Viper is 2 and 3 as well. So you kind of really would use Fashion Blanca. I'm pretty sure his burn is on combo 1. So yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at his passive. Fire Leopard mark for 30 for every 30 melee strikes. Unleashes Wall of Fire. Up to 2 Fire Leopards can be placed. 1 Fire Leopard can be gained every 5 seconds. So I'm guessing that means that you can only, even if you do somehow manage to get 60 melee hits, right? Is that what oh, when using combo 3. Okay. So yeah, even if you can manage to get 60 hits in 5 seconds, you have to wait 5 seconds before you can do a second one. Reduces the number of attacks needed to. Okay, so 27. So I guess that's kind of why they added that stipulation. You can sort of just reduce it over time. 24 attacks seems to be the minimum there. Each strike has a 25% chance to each strike. So this is a multiple striking attack, I would assume. Deals damage equals the area 40%. So we'd have to see, and it's an AoE attack, so I guess it kind of depends on who it hits. So there's a 25% chance for burn. The fireball has a 100% chance to increasing flame damage. So he's going to be increasing flame damage, and the more burn there is, you can have up to 20 stacks. The more burn there is, the more damage you do, you know, that kind of thing. Let's take a look at his fighting spirit. Effective when the fighter is in the assist position. Assisted fighter inflicts burn on an enemy, increasing the assisted fighter's attack by 10% of fighters. Okay, so he's even doing work from the assist position while the fighter deals damage, increases attack, the effect, and damage reduction by 1% for 8 seconds, and that stacks up to 20 times. So up to 20%. So 20% damage reduction is a possibility. 8 seconds is not a lot of time, but I mean, in the sense of things, out of 60 seconds, 8 seconds is a lot of time, but getting up to 20 stacks, you'd have to see how that actually works in practicality. Wall of Fire now lasts 6 seconds. Wall of Fire deals damage, increases attack. Damage reduction by 2.5 for 8 seconds, stacks up to, that's pretty good in total. If you can get that all going, damage reduction would be really nice to have. When it unleashes a combo or super combo inside of the Wall of Fire, reduce their super gauge by 100%. Wow, that's insane. And reduce their healing they receive by 50%. So actually, that's a really good skill to have against another team that's going a little too ham with the healing. Elena teams or any kind of healer team where they kind of depend on the super combo. Not only are they going to reduce the amount of time for the super combo, but they're going to be doing less healing. So I think that's actually really good, considering there's a lot of teams like that you have to kind of come across in like the story mode and in PvP. The fighter is considered to have dealt 15 attacks upon entering battle. So I guess that helps with that first, with his I think super combo, or was that his passive, where you need to do 30. So it's a free 15, but then when it's 24, you really only have to do, what, 9? So yeah, now I understand why that's every 5 seconds. Okay, so let's take a look. There's also an event. It's pretty much the standard event for a special summon character. If we go here to Tower of Desire, we do get 2 copies for free. So that's going to be good. Of course, there's going to be the Battle Lust. You just buff across. and eventually you'll be just doing more and more damage to the bosses here. And I'm guessing there's another boss. Yeah, so sort of the boss rush here. As you can see, people are already doing insane amounts of damage. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You get the special summon here as usual. Um, I guess for me, it's kind of depending on the amount of tickets I have. I might try to pull one extra copy, but honestly, I would really need two to really do anything to the tool that we're already getting for free. We also have this for the daily stuff. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. And it's a little annoying, but you do get some good stuff out of that, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad that you get tickets. And then I think there's probably an exchange here. There's a background. In terms of, there's no fighter here. I mean, I guess you might want to go for one of these guys, but I might just pass on that. If I had to choose out of these things, like right now, I'm probably gonna start working on these guys to level up the fighting spirits. And between these soul stones, I forgot what the soul cores and the soul stones, soul shards. I probably want to start focusing on that. I don't really see anything much else here aside from these. These are good too, and they're relatively cheap. So I find that like once I started focusing on this, it has been actually pretty helpful. So those are actually pretty good to get out of those. And then these are kind of just annoying, I think. I mean, they're good to have for the first, what, 20 levels, but this is where you really hit the bottleneck. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and one other thing, if you go to explore here, the Path of Trials, there's only 3 days left on this, so would be a good idea to get this done. I usually just never end up finishing the last one, but that's sort of okay. Like I said, I missed a day here, so I got that 80% boost in Shadow City. And then, oh, the Effigy Clash is back again, so kind of my thing is like I always miss the period where you have to feed the statue. I think you just have to wake up earlier in the morning. I kind of just, sometimes I don't log in until later in the day, so that's not bad. And then we also have this, came back. I kind of don't really like this because it takes so long to actually pull on anything, but yeah. So all in all, pretty decent. I'm going to try to do the trials, and I'm not going to do that in this video because they just take so long. And yeah, and a lot of times I get stuck, and actually last week I kind of got stuck, and I didn't end up finishing. But actually, I think this version of Adon seems like he's pretty good, considering that we have kind of a bad generic Adon. So it's nice to see an Adon. And he's got like kickboxer gear, even though he's like a Muay Thai fighter. It's basically essentially like a kickboxing with knees involved. So that's kind of pretty cool. And so yeah, seems like the last couple of weeks feels like they haven't really been doing much for us aside from like adding the trials. But this week it feels like they added a bunch of stuff. So kind of glad to see that stuff because that means that there's more to do. Anyway, I'm going to end it there, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.